Good morning, students. So today let us start our lesson number 15, disaster and rescue. Lesson number 15 is our disaster and rescue. See, disaster means what? There are mainly two types of disaster, like man-made disaster or natural disaster. Disaster means something accident happened, something unnatural happened. That is known as that is something happens which is not natural sudden things which are happening in our life. It is a disaster. So there are mainly two types of disaster, that is uh, natural disaster and man-made disaster. So we see and hear about many events happening around us. Vehicular accidents happen, or a child fall off while playing kites. Somewhere a fire may break out. Sometimes there are floods, earthquakes, cyclone, or some other disaster. Such events cause damage to personal and public property. Sometimes loss of life also occur due to such disaster. So you may many times we have seen that in the road, when you are moving in the road, some accidents occur. Some children fall down from the roof. Some fire is broke out. So, a few areas you can see here in news, like floods are there, earthquake going on, cyclone is there. So these are all disasters. They can be natural, they can be man-made. So such events, that is, it causes too much of damage in our life, in personal life, in our public properties, everything. There is so much of damage it causes in our life. The disaster causes too much of damage to our life. Now observe and see. See, what is going on there? A pond is, a river is there, and few people are there. They are taking bath, and one cow is also taking bath. Now see what happened. It is a normal. The first picture is a normal picture when there bridge is there. See, the buses are going on over the bridge, and few people are there bathing in the river. In the second picture, see, it is a flood. Overflow of water, बहुत ज़्यादा पानी उसमें आ गया है. So it is a flood, and they are all, it is all sweeping them away. उनको सारे पानी में बहा के वो लेके जा रहा है. So if from this picture you can see an answer like, can you see any disaster in this picture? It is a flood. If there are flood in the village, what type of problems can occur? As you know very much, flood आएगा तो क्या होगा? पानी हमारे घर पूरे डूब जाएंगे, जितने भी खेती बाड़ी होते हैं सारे खराब हो जाएंगे. What damage is caused due to flood? So much of damage is caused to personal properties जाते हैं, घर टूट जाएंगे, सब कुछ. So much damage is caused due to floods. When is the situation seen? अगर तुमने कभी ये देखा है, so you have to write that. Now read. Through various questions we have come to know that occurrence of flood is a disaster. So when we have to face a lot of problems during such disasters. कभी भी ऐसा disasters हमारे life में आता है तो we face so much of problem there. Now observation C. Few disasters here given, picture of disasters given here. See, observe and write. Let's see. This is a storm. Storm means बहुत तेज हवा जब चलता है, पेड़ टूट जाते हैं, चीज़ें यहाँ से वहाँ उड़ जाता है. That time what you will do? Now see, a house is on fire. घर में आग लग गया है. That is also a disaster. See, sick people eating outside food. When you are eating outside food, something sort of food poison happened. Your digestive system has problem. So you have to take admission in the hospital. You have to take admit in the hospital, and the treatment is going on there in the third picture. Clear? So now see, few or more pictures are there. One road is there. One boy is going in the middle of the road. One boy is going in the footpath. See what happened. When you are moving in the middle of the road, any vehicle may come, and that is the accident can occur. See, the accident occur. Then when the people are gathered there and they are looking at the boy may have hurt too much. So this is the picture of an accident. So what do you see in this picture? How did this accident happen? How can such accident be avoided? So what sort of problems arises after the accident? Mention other such accidents. So this is an accident. How can you avoid this accident? By walking in the footpath. Like the second boy, the green shirt, the boy is wearing green shirt. So by walking on the footpath, we can avoid such accidents. Clear? Now see observation. Running to catch a freely flying kite. So during Uttarayan time, so many of you must have done this. कि कोई भी पतंग दिख लिया ऊपर उड़ रहा है तो you just run behind that kite. ये नहीं देखेंगे गाड़ी आ रहा है, बाइक आ रहा है और उनको अब तुम लोगों को चोट लग सकता है. वो गाड़ी जब तक ब्रेक लगाएगा तब तक तुमको लग सकता है. So this type of happens regularly happens in our areas. Clear? Now must be burned hand and stomach. कभी कभी क्या होता है हमारे हाथ में गर्म पानी गिर जाता है, चाय गिरता है, दूध गिरता है तो हम लोग क्या होते हैं हमारे हाथ जल जाते हैं. देन हैंड में भी वेट अगर हमारे हाथों में पानी है और इलेक्ट्रिक कोई सामान हम टच कर रहे हैं सो दैट विल इलेक्ट्रिक करंट हमको लग जाएगी. Clear? So these are all different type of disasters that happens in our life. So we hear about various accidents. We must have seen such events. Television, newspaper often have such reports. Victims of such accidents sometimes lose their life. Sometimes there is a great damage. Such events are called disaster. So you must have heard from the newspaper, seen the newspaper. Regularly you are seeing the television news also. So many types of reports you are seeing like such accidents. So victims of such accidents sometimes lost their life. इतने सारे एक्सीडेंट होता है जिसमें बच्चे जो अपने लाइफ भी जो lost their lives and sometimes there is a great damage. Such events are known as disaster. Such things are known as disaster. Now one story is there. Once there was a man named Amrit Bhai Patel. During monsoon, once Patel came back from his farm, night fell. It was raining and continued throughout the night. The village pond got filled up completely. Due to such an increase of water, the pond overflowed. The water from the pond entered the whole village. There was water and dirt everywhere. The water remained in the village 2 to 4 days. Amrit Bhai saved many lives. So this is a story about the flood in a village. Name of the man is Amrit Bhai. During the monsoon, once Patel Bhai came from the farm. It was night and it was raining time and it continually rained throughout the night and the village pond got filled completely and it overflowed and the water from the pond entered to the whole village. There was water. So the water from the pond entered the whole village. There was water and dirt everywhere. The water remained in the village for 2 to 4 days and here Amrit Bhai saved many lives. Amrit Bhai helped the villagers to save their life. So generally natural problems are called disaster. Because of disaster, property suffers great loss and there is loss of lives also. People have to face many problems. Clear? Various problems. So natural problems are known as a disaster like the flood, the earthquake. That is, these are known as the disaster and because of disaster, property suffer great loss and there is also loss of life. Now you have to think and write. Disaster we have heard about. What are the disaster you have heard about? And disaster you have seen and disaster you have experienced. Clear? Now one more story is there. Jaipur was a small village. There lived a girl called Tejal. She was very much like to cycle. It was Sunday. Tejal cycled towards the bazaar. While returning, she saw some children playing cricket. She lost her attention and had a minor accident with a truck coming from opposite side. This accident caused a furor in Jaipur. So Tejal had injury in her head. She had to stay in the hospital for 10 days. So this is an accident. In Jaipur, a girl named Tejal, she liked to cycle. So in Sunday, she was in the market. While she was cycling in the market and while returning from the market, she saw some children were playing there and she diverted her attention from the cycle from the road to those children. So what happened? That side, from the opposite side, one truck was coming that side from the opposite side and there was caused a accident and Tejal was injured and he had to stay in the hospital for 10 days. So generally accident happens due to a mistake or blunder of a person. In such accident, one or more people suffer losses. Accident is what? It is दैट इज मैन मेड, ये हमारी खुद की गलती के लिए एक्सीडेंट होता है, क्लियर। बट डिजास्टर इज व्हाट, इट इज अ नेचुरल थिंग, ये वो हमारे हाथों में नहीं है। ज़्यादा बारिश होना, बहुत तेज हवा, इट इज़ नॉट अंडर आवर कंट्रोल, बट एक्सीडेंट्स आर दोज विच आर हैपनिंग ड्यू टू आवर मिस्टेक एंड आवर केयरलेसनेस, क्लियर। So disaster we have heard about, then disaster we have seen, and the disaster we have experienced. Now see, fill in the colors. For accident you have to write fill blue color, and for disaster yellow color, clear. See, one girl is there, she hurt her hand, there is an accident. Jungle fire, it is a natural disaster, this is an man-made disaster, then it is an accident, then it is disaster, and last one is also a disaster, clear. So this lesson is all about your rest, that is disaster and rescue, clear. Up to this the contents are there, and the next few pages are there, like project is there, discussions is there. That's why I am not going in that those person only. So now this is the lesson number our 15, that is disaster and rescue, clear. Afterwards I will send you the PDF. You just copy the answers in your workbook properly and read and go through the textbook also, clear everyone.